We about to dress the culture. Go tell a friend. We about to dress the culture, We about
Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall, and this here is Address the Culture. And today we got another dope episode. You know what I mean? We got somebody that's family. You know what I mean? We've been rocking for a long time. Dope artists, dope when it comes to the fashion, dope when it comes to the business and the hustle of the game. Just an all around solid individual. My guy, the one, the only, Leo. What's
Yo,
good
yo,
with
yo,
my
yo, yo,
guy?
yo. How you doing? Addressing the culture, man. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you giving me the time.
Man, you already know, man. What's good with you, bro?
Shit, man. Just working. Same thing, man. You already know what we talked about, man. I'm putting that shit in fruition now. You feel me? So just doing everything. I got a shop now. It's based out of Peoria right now, but you know I'm Chicago. I'm mobile with it. So any latest urban brand, if you need prints done for your brand, I could be able to do that shit too. But it's a lot, man. I'm still working on music. You know, I still keep my ear to the street for that shit, man, and just still trying to put myself in the perspective where I need to be. So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I mean, you know, in the game, man, you gotta be a jack of all trades. You know
Hell
what I
yeah.
mean? So when one thing don't not necessarily seem to be going good, it's not really about if it's going good or not. You gotta be able to carry multiple hats and do
Absolutely.
things at a high level, man. So to see you transition from the music to owning your own store, man, starting your own line and just the growth for you, man, is dope. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
a fact.
absolutely. Absolutely, man. And it's a grind. You know what I'm saying? There's a
Yeah,
lot of people that's doing the same thing, but are you putting your all into what you need to be doing? You know what I'm saying? As far as your business, are you exposing yourself where you need to be? Are you
yeah,
marketing yourself where you need to be? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that don't know how to actually just register a business. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually finna start these classes where, you know, I show you how to actually become business minded, um, for a percentage and actually show you how to actually register your business. You know what I'm saying? And do things in that nature. So,
yeah, yeah. That's dope. I mean, how important do you think it is to try to establish yourself early? You know what I mean? As far as knowing what you want and taking the necessary steps to get it.
oh, absolutely. With that, man, it's just it's a token in itself, man, because you got to look at it in yourself. Like, what do you want to be? And I always branch out myself with about next to 5 years, man. I always try to set up my goals exactly where I want to be the next 5 years. Without that type of plan, without that type of like, that ambition to show yourself out to where you want to be, you don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to set your ground. I always say set your ground, on your basing, whatever you want to call it, man. You got to set that shit at a standstill at the forefront. You know what I'm saying? You got to set that shit first. Because if you don't, you'll be lost out here. You be jumping around like, and I'm one of the guys, man. I try to do everything. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't set my ground at the beginning. That's the reason why I'm at where I'm at now. But I'm blessed to be where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? I love the ambition I do have. I love everything that I put onto this business, man, and actually try to push it to where it needs to be. But you got to set your ground, man. You got to have a good strategic plan. Because if you don't have a plan, man, you ain't gonna have shit.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. Well, what they say, what's the old saying? I love it when a plan come together. You know,
Man, love it when a plan come together. There's
man.
another one that they say, shit, you can be a man of many trades, but conquer none. And I don't
Yeah,
never want to be a conqueror of none. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to
yeah,
conquer everything that I do.
yeah.
For real.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So with that being said, man, who is Leo?
Mm. Leo is your fun guy. You feel me? Like I'm everywhere, man. I'm cool with everybody. So the LEO that goes with La Familia is leave everything optional for the family. You know what I'm saying? So people that always think it's Leo, yeah, I am a Leo. You know what I'm saying? I was born in August 14th to be exact.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I leave options for my family. It's not a lot of options that when I was growing up that I had. You know what I mean? So I try to leave options for everybody to be able to win in their own perspective. You know, I don't try to, bogart on what they want to do. I look, if I got the money and we got a strategic plan to get something done, I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get you done. Let's get you going so you can be able to, succeed and prosper. Like I want to see you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's been my only option as far as doing that. I always try to give out another option for my family, bro. That's exactly what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, I can dig it, man. Family is important, man. A lot of us come from situations where the family wasn't always together. You know what I mean? And for
Yeah,
a lot
bro.
of us, it motivated us to want to do better for our family. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And to be honest, man, that's a lot of people's motivation. You know what I'm saying? To try to get their head on. You know what I mean? So when you put your situation together, when it comes to the fashion, when it comes to the music, when it comes just all across the board, how would you describe your creative process?
Um, so I do a lot of research. So that's the first thing that I do. I want to see what's actually trending right now. You know, what people are into. I try to look at, different varieties of music. Can you see me?
Yeah, we back.
Okay, we back. I had a call coming in, but so yeah, man, I just try to be, bring my strategic artistry to what is relevant right now. A lot of people can look at that as far as for social media. A lot of people can look at that as far as like creative like design that they come out with. Whatever the case may be, I figure that, you gotta always try to put yourself ahead of everybody else. So
Yeah,
that's what I look at. I try to look at different things and different things that's trending, to be able to make myself, as far as like a standout person, that's going on as far as any type of fashion, any type of industry, or whatever I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like you always got to. That's the most important part of that. You always got to try to
yeah,
find your niche. You know.
yeah. That's a fact, man. And what's even dope about it is when you find it and then you realize how good you at it. You
Oh
know what I
man,
mean?
it's
It
a
kind
it's a
of,
gene, bro.
man. It's
It's
the
a
best feeling in
gene.
the world, man. It's the best
It's
feeling
a
in the world.
gene, Jack.
Uh, but when you putting yourself together as far as uh, fashion wise and branding yourself, and when it comes to the music, and we both know music and fashion, they like brother and
Hey,
sister.
brother and sister.
You know what I mean? Because they both take a certain level of management, marketing, consistency, and money. You know
And
what I
money.
mean? So when you putting yourself together when it comes to the music, uh, what's your process like on that end?
Man, so when it comes to the music, my process, man, I sit back and I just listen to a lot of like, you already know. We was in the studios hella times, bro. Like night, day in and day out, bro.
That's a fact.
We leaving out of that bitch 3, 4, 5 in the morning. You feel me?
That's a
So,
fact.
and that certain perspective, man, you gotta actually find where you can actually fit in at on a certain type of beat.
Yeah,
It's your style, man. It's your cadence. It's everything that that comes with the part of artistry. Trying to find like different areas where this shit might fit in with, what I'm saying, as far as like how you come in on beats, how you come in on things. But it's the sound first, man. I find the sound first, and then the first thing be my hook. You gotta find a hook before you do anything else. You know what I'm saying? You taught me that shit. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Coming in the game, man, and actually seeing the how everything worked and how things is orchestrated. I looked at it like, man, this shit is a business. It all, it's like it's a business before anything. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand like where you got certain different points where shit gonna drop on this time and it's gonna hit on this time. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're doing your marketing. But as far as music, man, as far as like just being a straight artist, it's all about your cadence, man. It's your sound, bro. You gotta know that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it come to you after a while. When you study in the system and how it works, bro, it comes to you after a while, man. And you putting that shit together like me. Like a lot of people like to write, and then they write every line for line. Nigga, I write paragraphs if I was writing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now this shit just come to me.
Yeah.
When I write one time, nigga, you already know. You seen it firsthand. Where I go in that
Right.
motherfucking studio and I go crazy because I rememberize it. You know what I'm saying? But
That's
that's my process, man. You gotta learn how to reenact yourself in the field where you're gonna be at this mic and you're gonna lay that shit down the way you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And make it sound right. And if it's gonna take you 4 to 5, 6, 7 takes, nigga, do it. You know what I'm saying? Just do not give up. Don't give up at all, man, and believe in yourself. That's the biggest thing. I got a lot of confidence. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't got confidence. They always look for, you know, constructive criticism, but can't take constructive criticism. That's the
a
biggest thing.
fact.
That's
Yeah.
a fact, man. You got to learn how to be able to take constructive criticism, especially of people that want to see you win. You know, that's what it is, man. It's a lot with music, bro. You got to learn how to be able to do the trade. You got to be you know, to give it your all, man. If that's what you really want to do, that's how you got to come at it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's a fact, man. That's a fact, bro. Because it's getting to a point where it's so flooded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people think it's easy, but it's
It's
not.
not at all. Not
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
here to tell y'all last that, man. This shit ain't easy at all, man.
Yeah.
When you doing music, man, you gotta look at it, especially when you got people that's like, say for instance, you got homies that rap and shit, and you been, you know, rocking with them, they hype man, whatever the case may be. But when you get out there on your own, nigga, and that stage is in front of you, you got those people in front of you, looking to see who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's a different perspective. You gotta
Hey,
come with that shit. You feel
that's
me?
a fact.
You gotta come with that shit, cause if you fall, nigga, that's gonna be on your name, nigga. Ain't no on nobody else's name. It's on your
That's a
name.
fact. That's a fact, bro. Okay, and with that being said, you know, because it's definitely on your name. But with your style, when we talking about um clothing, music, business, man, just across the board, if you could collab with any artist on all levels, just introducing them to your brand, what artist would that be?
Oh man. At first, you know, I was the hardcore nigga. I used to listen to Twista all a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was one of them niggas. You know, I'm from the crib, so you know, I'm listening to them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But
So
if I
far.
had to collab, as far as like industry wise, it gotta be Drake, bro. It gotta
Yeah,
be Drake.
yeah.
Firsthand, you feel me? Like, and he changed the game so much, man. I had looked at an interview what you had with you know, your homie out there in New York. You know what I'm saying? And
Shout out to
it's
Jimmy Bones.
yeah, Jimmy Bones. Shout out to Jimmy Bones. You feel me? But like at that same token, like he told the truth. That shit factual. Like Drake switched the whole game up, bro. He switched the
Yeah,
whole game up for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
if I had to really collab to get on, oh yeah, nigga, it's definitely Drake.
yeah, yeah. I can't argue with you, man. Like, hey, right now, messing with Drake, nigga, that's the top of Mount Hip Hop. You feel me? Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
that's a
feel you.
fact, bruh. Yeah,
I
man.
feel you.
And with that being said, if you had anything that you would like to change about the game, what would that be?
It's a lot of fake shit going on. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I would want to bring back, you know, the street and also a business like situation. Like I figure myself, and I ain't trying to reach too far, but I figure myself in a part of like Drake and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the
yeah.
business mind as that nigga, Jay, and I got the lyrical side is Drizzy. So in that same token, I look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to change like the perspective of how people look at like how the 6ix9ines is. Like motherfuckers thinking fake is the way to go.
That's
You
a
know,
fact.
that's it. The motherfuckers think fake is the way to go, and it's a lot of
Yeah,
people that's out here that's fool. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? They don't really be in the streets like that. They ain't really seen no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And they rapping about it like they got it. You feel me? And these people are feeding into that shit, and that's all the social media shit, man. That shit be fool. I want to bring realness back to it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers don't know about, like, you know, they going through struggle, but they don't rap about it because it's not selling. What's
yeah,
selling is, you know, money, cars, clothes, hoes, all of that shit. But It ain't about that shit no more, man. It's about the real, what people want to really feel and really hear and can relate to. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. That's real talk, man. Yeah. And with that being said, what you like about the game?
Man, let me see, man. Like, I'm trying to see what I do like about the game. I mean, being in the music industry, man, everybody love like the fame and the glow. That's
Yeah,
one thing I do like about it, man. Like, I do love the fame and the glow, but it's also the money that's tied to it, man. Because
yeah,
on the business mind state of it and seeing how that shit work, yeah, it's the money. It's definitely the
yeah.
money before anything. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers is getting that check. They
That's
getting that check, but they also get into those 360 deals, and I ain't trying to rock with that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm
yeah,
like,
man.
fuck ATMG till it's over with. You feel me?
That's why a lot of artists, man, taking that independent route. You know what I mean? You know how we did it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely,
that's a fact. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Um, if you could um go back and give yourself some advice at 16, what would you tell yourself?
Woo! That nigga, me and you should have been on HMG a long fucking time ago, nigga. We should have been on HMG a long motherfucking time ago, nigga. And then we should have had the bread to be able to do what we need to do, nigga. We had the glow, nigga, the light, whatever you want to fucking call it. You feel
Yeah,
me? And
yeah,
for it to fold the way it did, you feel me? And it didn't fold. It didn't fold because HMG
yeah,
still here. But
yeah,
like to look at it like that, man, with I think looking back, man, with all the tours, with all the collabs, with all that shit, the features and all of that shit, man, should have took it, man, for our own. You know what I'm saying? It's for us.
yeah,
We had the glow as far as that, man. You had the light. So at
yeah,
that same token, I saying the only thing to change, man, is just our perspective of how we was doing our finances, bro, with that shit. For
yeah,
real, for real.
yeah. It's all there's no losses, it's all lessons. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And even that situation led into HEMG. You know what I'm saying? And it put us in a position where we able to do what we want to do on our own terms. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
with that being said, it's like it was a great thing that needed to happen. You know what I mean? Because the situation that we had going before, it wasn't going to get where we needed it to be. You know what I'm saying? It was
No.
going to crumble eventually. And fortunately for us, God put us in a situation where it was moving so fast, things needed to happen to slow it down so we can be what we need to be. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So everything happened how it's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to them niggas too, man. It ain't
Yeah,
it ain't really no beef with that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's
It's
a
just that
fact.
business wasn't the way it was. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
And I
fact.
feel like if we had it to where we wanted to be, we would have been way farther than what we at now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But everything, like you said, is lessons, bro. It's lessons, bro. I learned from that shit, man. I learned the business mind state of how to do music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Actually working with a label. And that was a small label at that time, man. But it's a lot of niggas that's doing 360 deals that don't know how to fuck that shit work. And
yeah,
they get fucked over at the end, man. You ain't owning none of your masters. You ain't owning none of the shit that you do. You know what I'm saying? You getting those advances and it's not hitting the same when that shit ain't coming, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. That's a fact, man. If you could um think back to when you who inspired you to make the music that you make?
I'ma say first starting off, it's my nigga Don Mario, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That's bro still going crazy right now. If y'all ain't seeing, he on all platforms, iTunes, Google Play, all of that shit, man. Like
Shout out
Don
to Don
Mario.
Mario.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Don Mario, man. Like he gave me that glow, man. I grew up with bro. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about it like, man, I could do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of many many favors. Like I could do a lot of shit. And I
Yeah,
already knew that I had like, somewhat of good literature, how I know how to write, you know what I'm saying? So he inspired me to actually do it. And then when I got there to doing it again, Your ass is the one that actually inspired me to do it, like really pushed me to do it. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that shit about you. That's why you always broke. You know what I mean? It's always HEMG till I die, nigga, for that shit. Cause nigga, without you, I ain't gonna stunt. You know, I was in CDL. You know what I'm saying? Like, just doing my A&R, doing my marketing, doing my websites and shit, doing all this shit for my brand. And I started to do music. And when I seen it, your ass like, hold on, nigga. You one of them niggas like, low key, you need to go ahead and stop playing. And I stopped playing. You feel me? Like, just what it was, man. I think I really pay homage to both of y'all. You feel me?
Oh man, no problem, man. The talent was there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't hard for me to see. You know that you had it. You know what I mean? The way you rap, your style, your cadence is like it was different. You know what I mean? Like I always used to tell you, boy, you got $1 million sound. You know what I'm talking about?
You
And
ain't
that
the only one that said that shit too, and it was just crazy. Like, man,
yeah, man. You know, and that was just a fact. So it was definitely my pleasure of being able to add to something that God had already gave you. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So yeah, man. That's a fact. So with that being said, man, what would you like to say to the people that have supported you, been there for you, always in your corner, always held you down from day one? What would you like to say to them, man?
Oh man, bro. Saying that first, man, I love you. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? It's always love here. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate, all the push that I got. Um, all the, likes about different things that I was doing. Always support everything that I've done. You know what I'm saying? Like I really do appreciate everything from that, man. And it's been a long road. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where, I was in a dark place. I had to get myself up out that shit.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers looking like, nigga, you had to glow. Like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? I had to
yeah.
really reevaluate myself and be like, man, I already know I got the shit. What am I doing? You know what I'm saying? But I was going through my demons. But I really do appreciate everybody that stuck with me the whole time, bro, and never folded. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I could do, man. I can get nothing but love, man. All hearts around this motherfucker for real. And it's gonna continue to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Every time I
That's
do something,
dope.
man, I'm always getting the support.
That's dope, man. I mean, to be honest, man, that's what it's all about, man. When you get that love, you give it back. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Okay, so with that being said, since you thank your fans and people who have supported you, I want to do something I call rapid fire. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it for the culture. I want to ask you a group of questions to give people a little bit more insight on who you are. You with it?
Bet. Let's go.
All right, let's go. First question is, the first thing I do or think when I wake up in the morning is,
Man, I think about money and what I do, I start researching. That's the first thing I do. I
all
wake
right,
up in the morning, I research, and I start thinking about money.
okay, okay. Hot or cold?
Hot.
Favorite restaurant?
Oh shit, Harold's, nigga. You know what time it is? It's Harold's,
All
nigga.
right,
Fuck you
all right,
talking about? Hey, shout out to Harold's, nigga. Go find you one. Fuck you talking about? It's a whole bunch of them in Chicago, nigga.
shout out to Harold's.
Shout
Yeah,
out to Harold's, nigga.
Harold's. Chicken, fish, or steak?
Oh, nigga, you know I'm a chicken man, bro. That's all I do, nigga. Mild sauce, hot, nigga. What?
All
Mild sauce, salt, and
right,
pepper, nigga.
all right,
Fuck you
all
talking
right.
about?
Favorite pair of shoes of all times?
Oh, Mike's, man. It's the number 10s for me.
It's
Everybody got like the 11s or whatever, but me, I was fucking with the 7s and the 10s, bro.
all
It's only
right,
two I wear.
okay. If you were stuck on a desert island and could take only 3 albums with you, which albums would it be?
Whoo! He say albums. Hold on, Jack.
Yeah.
Hold on, Jack. Hold on. So look, I'm gonna take. It's gonna be Adrenaline Rush, nigga. That's gonna be the first one. The second one gonna be, hey, I do like I fuck around with Watch the Throne, man. That was one of my shits, bro. I ain't gonna stunt to you. That's gonna be two.
Okay.
And then 3 is a toss up. It's with Kanye. It's with Kanye and Jeezy. I think it's gonna be TN 101.
All
103, I
right,
mean.
okay. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at
Yeah,
that.
man, it's gonna be 103, man.
All
I gotta
right, okay.
definitely fuck with Jeezy, folks.
Favorite drink?
My favorite drink, Douce.
All right.
I'm drinking Remy tonight, motherfucker, but it's Douce, nigga, forever.
We on that crowd tonight, man.
You
You know
feel me? You
what I'm
got the crown, I got the rim dog. Hey, I
Yeah,
done went crazy on
we
this
on that
bottle.
crowd. We on that time tonight.
Man, I done went crazy on this bottle. Ain't shit up in here. For
Favorite
real.
sports team?
Oh, come on, bro. Do I have to show you the tat? Nigga, it's Bulls, nigga, till I die for. I don't give a fuck how weak they is. Nigga, all the niggas can go to the G League, boy. I don't get no fuck, nigga. It's gonna be Bulls forever, nigga.
That part. That part. Weekends or weekdays?
Oh, weekends always, man. You can get too much shit done in weekends, man. You can do whatever. You feel me? I fuck with the weekends, man. Weekdays is where the money at, but weekends you can get money too. So
I
I'm
feel
fucking
you.
with the weekends.
I feel you. How many times a day do you think about sex?
Shit. For I ain't gonna start to you. That's every fucking. Hey, that's 7 times a day, nigga.
All day, every. You feel?
All day, every day.
You
Fuck you
feel me?
talking about?
That's just what it is. You feel?
Hey, hey, nigga.
Hey,
Don't play with me with a good time,
all
motherfucker.
right, all right.
Yeah, alright.
That part. You feel me?
Alright.
If you had one superpower, what would it be?
I'm flying, folks. I'm flying, bro. I ain't gonna start to you, bro. I'm
What you say?
flying out this bitch.
I gotta
Who
get
you
out
telling?
of jail.
What? Nigga, I'm flying out this. I was gonna say teleport, boy, but I'm flying out this bitch. I ain't gonna start to you.
I gotta get out of jail. You
Nigga,
feel?
what? I'm
Alright,
flying out. Hey, Neo who? Fuck you talking about?
alright,
Nigga, I'm flying out this bitch.
alright.
God.
Man, that's dope. I'm gonna start this sentence and I want you to finish it, alright?
Bet it.
My name is Leo, and I am a
God, nigga. I'm a god and a king, my boy.
I can dig it. I can dig it. That part.
Hold
Um,
on, look. I mean, I'm gonna do the shit. It say God, it's God right here though. You feel me? It's one of the true bomber jackets, and that's King right there. You feel me? It's really that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I am a God and a king, man. I was here for a reason.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
we,
saying?
we, we gonna have the links and everything to all, you know what I'm saying, your sites and everything. So if people want, you know what I'm saying, to get the clothing line, get the music, get everything, you know
Absolutely,
what I'm saying, we'll get it to them. You know what I mean? That's a
absolutely.
fact. Bro, got a lot going. So what's up next for you, man? What you got going?
Man, bro. I don't want to give everybody all the tea, but you know, I got some shit set up where I'm finna have some lucrative businesses out here. You know what I'm saying? So if people are looking in 2021 for lucrative businesses and you know having a good salary, I'll have some shit lined up where a lot of people can find jobs. That's just on another level. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to elevate it to another level where I can be able to have that residual income. But I'm also with my brand, man. I'm finna take the fuck off, man. As long as they let us, you know what I'm saying. As far as all this COVID shit and what's crazy out here right now,
Yeah, that's a
I
fact.
can't really do a lot of trade shows. I can't do a lot of shit that I want to do. But like at the same token, I'm gonna have a lot of material out here, man. You're gonna be able to see me, man. You're gonna find me, and it's real easy to get in tune with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's my next move, man. You're gonna see some real big shit coming on
That's a
in
fact, man.
2021.
That's a fact, and definitely got some stuff coming out on HMG, man.
Oh
Musically,
yeah.
movie as far as movies, everything. We working.
Oh yeah.
So what song you want me to leave with? You want me to play at the end of this to
Woo,
let people know what it is? You know what I'm saying, and let them know how you feel.
woo, ooh wee. I would say shit. If you still got it, it's either Dolphin or Money and Power, my boy. It's been a minute, but nigga, it's still there. Cause I already know you motherfuckers know that y'all asses in Carbondale, nigga. Y'all knew what time it was when we hit that hangar 9, nigga. We had that bitch rocking. And Money and Power was the one that they stuck with. You feel me? They was fucking with Money and Power heavy, bro. It's fucking with that shit heavy. That shit so old, but at the same token, it's new to y'all. Y'all don't really know a lot what's going on. You feel me? But
That's
whole
the fact.
time, that's definitely what it is. It's either money or power or dope fiend. But I got a couple of questions for you though, whole time before
What's
we
that?
end shit. You
What's
know what I'm
that?
saying? My question to you is like, what do you think would have changed with Screaming Out Records, right?
Yeah,
If
you said what?
what would it what you think would have been, you know, the next level for Screaming Out Records if you had you know you had the actual torch to do what you needed to do.
Oh man, Screaming Out at that point, man. We was rolling, man. We had deals on the table, major label features. You know what I'm saying? We was touring. With platinum artists. Shout out to the homie Pat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely. Shout out Pat. Shout out Big Homie, bro.
yeah. Shout
That's
out
my
to.
boy.
We was moving around, man. I believe that if I wouldn't have walked away from the situation, I definitely believe it would have went to a whole nother level. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I definitely believe we would have got ourselves in a situation to be in a whole lot of trouble. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And what I mean
Absolutely,
by
nigga.
that is that I think the situation would have been blessed, but it would have been cursed at the same time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I don't think that situation was right to make the kind of money that we was finna make because we was already checking a nice little bag. You know what I'm saying? Things was already
Right.
rolling in the right way. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was just a matter of time. So I think everything happened for a reason, and it was supposed to crumble like that. You know what I mean? But I definitely believe if the mentality of everybody would have been on the same level, uh, that label it would be a household name at this point. You know what I mean? That's a fact.
At this point, I always ask you before, man, like, did you see yourself as as an independent artist? You know what I'm saying? Instead of in a group of what was it, South City Commission? Did you see yourself better as an independent artist or actually in a group at
Um,
that time?
well, to be honest, I was a solo artist from the jump. You know what I mean? And that situation, it just kind of like a snowball effect. It grew into a group situation kind of organically. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? So I've always been one of them guys. If it ain't broke, we ain't finna try to fix
We
it.
ain't finna try to fix it.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
ain't finna try to recreate the wheel. You know what I mean? It was rolling. The situation made sense. It was a good look with the dynamic. Me being black, him being white. You know what I mean? It came with a certain level of consciousness. And you know, at that time, like well, any other time, you know, black police officers was killing us every other
Absolutely.
week. And you know what I mean? And at that time, it was kind of dope to see. You know what I'm saying? Us get along on even on that level. If it's you know what I'm saying on a business level, hip hop, seeing black and white. You know what I'm saying? So just across the board, it was a good vibe. But
Right.
um, when you in a group, man, you got to make sure you with the right people. You know what I'm saying? Because
Absolutely.
motherfuckers be having ulterior motives, man. You be thinking people got your back, and you think it's a two-way street, and it's really a one-lane highway.
But in one lane highway.
You
For
know what I'm
real.
saying? So I definitely know that I am a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? But in for that situation, you know what I'm saying, and try to make some history because it ain't really. It's been done, but it ain't been done like group. You know what I'm saying? It ain't been done
Right.
on my level. You know.
Right, absolutely, man. That's a good thing, man, because I love to hear these type of things from it, because there's a lot of people that you interviewing and they don't know your side of the story. You feel me? And I was there with you, so that's why I love to see. You know, I love this interview, man. I love to be able to talk about your aspirations and your accomplishments of what you did. You know what I'm saying? Which leads me to my other question, about you. Basically, with the things that you had lined up, man, and the type of connection that you did have. What did you see yourself in 26, 16, 17 after everything blew and hit the fan? You know what I'm saying? What would you see yourself as far as bringing You've been around, like as you said, you've been around Raw. You've been around, you know what I'm saying, French Montana. You've been around, you know, what is it, what is it, Triller? Jack Triller. You know what I'm saying? You've been around a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And actually seeing yourself in this perspective where you build these relationships, man. What do you see yourself in the next year after everything hit the fan with Screaming Out Records, man? What would have seen yourself?
Um, Pretty much, I seen myself to be honest, after that situation, I kind of took a step back. You know what I mean? Um, Even though things were still moving in the right direction, it kind of made me take a step back and look and really kind of analyze where I wanted to go and the things I really wanted to do because you find yourself chasing and moving. And when you building momentum and you get yourself to a certain point and it just deflates, I mean, it can be a situation that most people can't come back from. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And for me, it wasn't a situation if I wanted to come back from it. It was a situation if I even wanted to do it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because like chasing a dream, it takes away from a lot of things. You know what I mean? Your family, you miss a lot. You always on the road. You know what I mean? And it makes you start to think: is this really what you need? And is it worth it? You know what I mean? So for me, I had to kind of take a step back and really decide what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, and I'm glad I did because I took some time. I was able to come back. Um, Start HEMG, you know what I'm saying? Got some more artists, build a conglomerate, and we built it to a point where we working, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We stable, we moving, we do what we need to do, how we need to do it. You know what I'm saying? So everything happened for a reason, bro, because at the end of the day, I definitely don't think in that situation, me jumping back into it so fresh after that, I would have been right. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because
Absolutely.
you put a lot of it be blood, sweat, and tears you be putting in the situations, man. You know what I'm saying? And to find out it's not what you thought it was, man. Sometimes you just gotta take a break. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. Took a break, stepped back, got everything in order, man, and it's better than ever. We here. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. 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 And I feel that shit because I was there when the shit happened, man.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking you these questions, man. Like another thing. So, what would you tell these young artists that's going through the same type of situation that we came from? You know what I mean? What would you give them? What type of advice would you give them, as far as being in a small industry, a small company, or a small, not a 360 deal, anything like that, anything major? What would you give them as far as like what would you tell them, like, starting off, like how would you give them the perspective of like, this is what you should be able to do? What would you be able to tell these new artists that's coming out right now?
Give zero fucks.
Hey, hey,
When it comes to what you want to do, how you want to do it, and who you want to be, zero fucks. You know
zero
what I'm saying?
fucks.
Stand on it. I mean, like,
Man,
because it comes to the point where you compromise and you find yourself doing things for the sake of the situation. And when that situation don't work out, now you are placed in a situation that you didn't have to be in. You know what I mean?
right.
Because but you made a sacrifice for the sake of the team or the squad or whatever the case may be. Follow your heart, follow your mind. You know what I'm saying, and keep it moving. And one thing for sure, two things for certain. When you see something in somebody
Oh
and they
yeah.
show you who they are, believe it,
Believe it.
believe it,
God.
believe it, man.
Believe it, bro.
Gotta believe it, man, because that's what it is. I'm a firm believer, man. It could be as big as a million, and it could be as small as $1. If a motherfucker steal it, they show you who they are.
Let me
It's
show
not
you who
about
they
how
are.
much it was, and that's across the board with any situation. It could be big or small. If they show you how they gonna conduct themselves within that situation, that's how they gonna conduct themselves in any situation.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I would say, man, just just trust yourself, man. And if you see it, believe it. That's a fact.
Absolutely, that's a definite fact, bro. Like for real, man. And that's what I say that you saw in me, man. Like for real, and that's why I appreciated about it. You know, because in that perspective, you could have been like, he just a regular artist. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really too fond of what he trying to do. He ain't really focused on what he got going on. And like you seen the struggle, you seen where I came from. You already knew what my mind state was, and that's why I was like, man, that's a person to have around. And a lot of people don't have that. A lot of
Yeah,
people don't have a person that believes in them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And actually
yeah.
believe in your artistry and whatever you got going on in your life. Period. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. And if it's any other artists like out here in this world that you'll want to have under your arm, it can be mainstream, underground, anything like that. What would be that one artist that you'll want to have to be able to conduct every and put your all into? You know what I'm saying? Give them you. You know what I'm saying? What artist would that be?
Um, to be honest, man, I really can't say about when it comes to that because for me it's about the work ethic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, if you talented, that's the easy part. For me, it's putting the work behind it.
Right.
It's few and far between to find somebody with the work ethic that match their talent. You know
Right.
what I mean? So for me, again, I would base it off of somebody that's hungry. You know what I'm saying? Down the grind, down to work, and you really don't know that until you work with an artist. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I could say somebody based off of their talent. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to their work ethic, they don't work. But
Right.
like they say, artists like Drake, he work. You know, Wayne, they work. You know what I mean? They got a history of putting in that work, and that's why they so successful. So for me, hard work be talent. So any artist
Yeah.
that's down to work and down to put in the work and have somebody behind them that believes in them just as much as they do, that's what I'm
That's
looking.
so it's over with. It's
Yeah,
over with.
that's
It's a
a fact.
gifted gene, man. Hell yeah, man. It's a gifted gene. I had one more last question for you. What artist would you want to work with that you haven't worked with? That you always thought about wanting to work with? What artist would that be?
Um, well, to be honest, man, I'm across the board with it, man. I mess with people like Ross, um, Drake. Um, when it comes to the singers, we talking about like I want to say Chris Brown. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. That should have hit. Well, you fuck with
Yeah,
Chris, nigga.
yeah. You mess with
Should have
people like
hit.
Breezy, you know what I'm saying? Fab, you know what I mean? When we go to the females, you know what I'm saying? That artist Tink, she's super talented.
You super
She's
talented, bro.
so underrated, man. She's super talented. That'll be somebody like that's who I would want to work with. Like somebody that's not quite there, you know what I mean?
Right.
If they bubbling or even about to bubble and they like super
Yep.
talented, like yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? And I can add to them and we can add and we can take it to the next level. That'll be the move. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely a move, man. It's a lot of artists, man. It's a lot of dreams that come from Chicago, man. It's a lot of young artists that's cold as hell. You know what I'm saying? They really got publicity, but ain't really there yet. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what they got going on, but like, I always seen myself as far as like a female artist on some lyrical shit. I seen myself fucking with like Drizzy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
she
she's
real
super
lyrical
dope.
as well. She cold as fuck. You
Super
know what I'm
dope.
saying? She remind me of like a Shauna. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's a
In that
fact.
perspective, man, that's a fact, man. I always seen myself working. If I had to work with any female artist like that can like really match me bar for bar, it's probably either it's gonna be Tink, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, or
that's a
or
fact.
or, or Drizzy. That's from the city because I always like to embrace our city, man. It's a lot of people that they hate on us, you know what I'm saying, and we got hating ourselves, towards one each other, man. Like, and I'm just trying to change the curve of that shit. If I had a chance to, I'd definitely work with Drizzy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Me too, man. She's super dope, man. It's a lot of talent that's coming out the city. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah.
It's so underrated. And at the end of the day, we right there in the middle. It's a gumbo pot. We got a little of the South, East Coast, West Coast, and you put it all together, and you got the shot. You know what I'm saying? You never know how one artist gonna sound not coming out of Chicago because we don't sound alike. You know what I mean? You would think that that drill sounds in Chicago, but it's really not. That's
Really
just
not.
a group of people who make that type of music. You go on another
Absolutely.
side, they rap it, they sound like they from the East Coast. You go somewhere else, them little niggas sound like they from down south. They
They
sound
sound
like,
right.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's a melting pot, and then we're not gonna get into the rapping fast. We started that, so you
Oh
would find
yeah.
a section where niggas just rap fast. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
So
nigga.
come on, man. Like Chicago, it's not an identifying sound because it's so many sounds, and you know what I mean. It's similar to Atlanta in so many different ways, but the
It is.
difference is in Atlanta, they support. You know what I mean? They look out, they show love when they need to. It's kind of like the Wakanda. You know what I mean? They
For
show
real.
love. So it's a lot of fuck shit, but at the same time, they show love. In Chicago, it's more of a crabs in a barrel mentality. You know what I mean? Niggas don't want to support. It's just as talented, but you know what I'm saying? It's dog eat dog, and that's just because of the environment. You know what I mean?
That's
It's
what I was gonna touch into too.
huh?
Man, you already talking about that shit already, man. It's just that I feel for my city in so other ways, man. So many dope artists that moved out that motherfucker, bro. Like I still love the city, man. It's embedded in me, but it's just like, man, like the violence and shit that's going on and different sets that's going on, and we done lost Vaughn, we done lost Duck, we done lost so many motherfucking people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Talented people. You feel me? That really has shit going in their own perspective, man. And that shit just sad, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's sad as fuck, bro. For real. To even
It
see like
is,
a black
man.
man like that, our younger black men that's going through this type of shit, man. And it's been going on for fucking decades, bro. Like we've been into it with certain different sides. I don't give a fuck if you this or you that. You know, it's just hard, bro. It's definitely
It
hard.
is. It is. It's hard, and it's hard to see. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to
Yeah,
watch,
man.
especially coming from that environment, man. Like it's so hard to make it out the shot. You know what I mean? And to see somebody make it out the shot like Vaughn and go to Atlanta and get gunned down like that. You know what I mean? With little homie, man, it was hard for him to make it out the shot, man. We know. You know what I mean?
Hell
That
yeah.
just makes it so shot it ain't easy, man. Like motherfuckers die every day, all day for bullshit. You know what I mean?
Bullshit, bro.
Yeah, man. And we gotta get it together, man. I don't know what it's gonna take. I don't know what we're gonna have to do. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely gotta get it together, man. Because at the end of the day, we all we got. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
But
But yeah, man, I want to touch on all that shit, man. I really do appreciate the interview, man. Anytime, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been waiting for this type of situation, man. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love everything that you're doing. My prayers go to everything that you got going on, man. For real. For the followers that's listening, you know what I'm saying? Go into the board customs. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Facebook, all platforms, Twitter, Instagram. It's DABOARD_customs. You know what I mean? Check me out. And True to Self is my brand. So I've been pushing that since shit 2013. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers know who I am. So at that same token, man, look at me on all platforms. I got a lot of shit coming out 2021.
that's a fact, man. I want to thank you for coming on, man, and blessing us with your presence, dropping your jewels, man, because it's definitely needed. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We locked in, bro, and we definitely gonna continue pushing, moving in the right direction to do the things that we need to do, man. And I appreciate you coming on the show.
Hey, man, you already know it's HMG niggas love, bro.
Let's go get it. Who said I ain't ready? Who said I ain't ready? Bitch, my arsenal deadly. Who said I ain't ready?
Who said I ain't ready? Bitch, my arsenal deadly. Who said I ain't ready? Who said I ain't ready? Bitch, my arsenal deadly. Who said I ain't ready? Who said I ain't ready? Bitch, my arsenal deadly. I'm about money and power, money and power. 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 Yeah, I want my money, my power for all of these beasts I devour. I gotta stack all my cloud up, I got some component for backup. We ain't for that fool shit, don't act up. Them Rugas hit you, you tic-tac-toe. My head is hit you when they mess up. And twerk all they don't get no answer. I got a ride in the Phantom, I got a ride in the Bugatti with a bad bitch that's beside me that give me dope hair while I'm driving on 57 on the highway, smoking on gas. Yeah, that's my hobby. I'm good with them hands. Beat your ass up like I'm Rocky, flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee, like I'm Ali. From the chassis where you found me, and I'm on with the flow. Success call me knocking nigga open the door, cause I'm hungry for more. Roll up the dough, drop a deuce in the 2 before I'm gone. Smoke a 3-5, now I'm stoned. Y'all don't wanna see me, I flow through the goal like I'm Willie Beamin'. Now I know y'all really fiendin'. Finesse, flex my muscle, I'm ballin' for no reason. Who said I ain't ready? Who said I ain't ready? Bitch, my arsenal deadly. Who said I ain't ready? Who said I ain't ready? Bitch, my arsenal deadly. Who said I ain't ready? Who said I ain't ready? Bitch, my arsenal deadly. Who said I ain't ready? Who said I ain't ready? Bitch, my arsenal deadly. I'm about money and power, money and power. I'm about money and power, money and power. I'm about money and power, money and power. I'm about money and power, money and power.
I want the power, the money gon' make sure that all of my revenue max at the pinnacle. Fuck what they telling you, bury niggas, they collapse at the funeral. Yeah, carry niggas, now I'm back in the physical. A spiritual issue, manufactured, then they download the digital. Yeah, best of both and bring more respect. Talk business, better come correct. Just Google my name on the internet. Feeling it, building, you know that it's me. Temperature rising, you feeling the heat. Cuffing the track like I'm still in the beat. Out on the run, touch your boy to a thief. I'm about money and power, hustle and grind. Out on the road and I'm going for mine. Stick to the script, never wasting my time. I'm about money and power, muscle and drive. Sun coming out, yeah, your boy gonna shine. Taking them steps, never crossing no lines.
Who said I ain't ready? Who said I ain't ready? Bitch, my arsenal deadly. Who said I ain't ready? Who said I ain't ready? Bitch, my arsenal deadly. Who said I ain't ready? Who said I ain't ready? Bitch, my arsenal deadly. Who said I ain't ready? Who said I ain't ready? Bitch, my arsenal deadly. I'm about money and power, money and power. I'm about money and power, money and power. I'm about money and power, money and power. I'm about money and power, money and power.
The beat plug, the beat plug, the beat plug, the beat plug, the beat plug.
We about to dress the coach. Go tell a friend. We about to dress the coach. We about